All right, good afternoon and welcome to the Real Talk Show. I am your host today. I am King Arthur. As you can see, I do not have on my King Arthur hat because I'm being a little rebellious today because it's the Atlanta Falcons versus all y'all. Even though we lost, I'm going to rep this all year, all the way to the Super Bowl. Even if we go 1-15, I'm still going to be Atlanta Falcons versus all y'all. I know that's kind of crazy. That has absolutely nothing to do with the intro that we have going on. But since our last epic show that we had on Real Talk, I'm hanging out with Vigilante again. Mm-hmm. We had the epic sing-off last time.
Yes, we did. We're going to show that a little bit later.
Yeah. We don't think they were ready for that last time. It was
man,
like,
I blindsided them on purpose. I did it on purpose. Matter of fact, I'm going to give them a little bit of backstory on that. That was my interview. And I was on a media tour for my last single at that time. So I was doing like 3 interviews a week. So with that one, my boy Keyshawn, who stays in Athens, was coming up. And Sean Hendricks, he stays in Douglasville, and he happened to be in Atlanta. So I linked both of them up, and I said I'm going to interview them for a portion of the time. And during that time, they had that sing-off.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they had me feeling like I could sing, and I can't sing a lick. I was about to hum or something. I didn't know what to do.
Anything.
So you are back.
Yes.
Of course, every time you come, it's something amazing, something that we don't know about. You drop a nugget here, drop a nugget there.
Yeah.
So what's been up since the sing-off? What have you been doing? What types of shows? What type of madness?
I'm going to say this. I thought that I was taking my career seriously at the time of the sing-off. I wasn't doing nothing.
Really?
Compared to what I'm doing right now. Since the last time me and you talked, I have signed to 6 talent agencies.
Wow.
I am working on my first book, actually.
Okay. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Right now I'm in talks with iHeart Radio, iHeart Media, whichever one they choose to call it that day.
I was about to say
iHeart.
Right.
I'm in talks with iHeart right now for my new single, Find Me, that's coming out January 20th on Power 96.1. I'm going to be the On the Verge artist.
Okay.
And I closed my playing cards deal with YOD Cards. Right.
You had the playing cards before. That's why when you say you weren't taking it serious, I'm like, man, you had playing cards.
I did.
You had your own cubes for your mic. You had everything.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't taking it serious and you taking it to another level, that's it has to be bananas now.
It's crazy now.
Wow.
I'm going to be having the same conversation with you next year that right now I wasn't doing nothing.
Right. But that's good, though, because it keeps you focused on the grind and you don't get complacent where you are. A lot of times when we see, and I don't even really want to call you an artist, man, because you do so much. I mean, it's like
that.
It's like, what don't you do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we get complacent and we get to a happy place, so to speak, or where we think we want to be, and we stop grinding, we stop being hungry, we stop trying to keep pushing ourselves and keep raising the bar. But you're not that guy.
Nah, I've actually come to a conclusion that I'm probably never gonna find that place.
But that's a good thing, though,
yeah,
because that keeps you pushing the envelope and keep pushing that line. And whereas most people will say, "Okay, I've made it now. I can sit back and relax.
Now I can chill." I don't never feel that way.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. So, any new projects? Anything that you've done since? I know we were mentioning, we were talking about April and Undercover Brother.
Yep. I just did.
Undercover Detective. I said Undercover Brother.
No, it's Undercover Brother.
Okay,
it's Undercover Brother too.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a continuation of the last one.
The last one.
I did that, and I did. Let me tell you about a dope moment that I had on that set. So I had just bought my first Benz around that time.
Okay.
And there was like this Caucasian guy that walked over to me, and he said, "Yo, whoever car this is, can you tell them to move it back right quick? It's kind of blocking the scene." I said, "Yeah, I got you." And then I walked into the car, and I backed the car up, and I got out the car, and then I looked at him, and then he said, "I like the way you just did that."
It's like I just moved the car.
I just moved my car.
Exactly.
And he just didn't know it was my car.
Right.
So that was a dope moment on that set. Since the last time me and you talked, I've been to Tennessee 4 times. I filmed twice with For My Man on TV1.
Wow.
Once with Homicide Hunter with Investigation Discovery, and once with Fatal Attraction.
Oh, wow. So you definitely grinding, still pushing.
Yeah, and one of the clips that we about to show was from the episode that just premiered 2 to 3 days ago on TV1.
Okay. All right. We ready for that clip? Is it queued up yet? Or you need me to sing in the meantime? Because I just been inspired to get my Mario on.
Please don't give him no time to sing. It's not the Fearless one. It's the other one. I think only. Okay. Okay.
So in the meantime,
not this one.
Arthur's
Matter of fact, since that one is queued up, we can go ahead and run that one. I'm gonna give you a slight introduction of this one.
All right.
Okay. So I have a homie named Da Vinci, and he does great video work. Okay. So he showed me a video of him and a girl talking in the mirror, and then after half the conversation, the mirror switched, and their reflection was no longer their reflection, but it was still showing in the mirror.
Right.
So I'm like, how the hell you do that? He said, yeah, I know how to do that easily. I said, well, I'm gonna be back here next week on Wednesday, and we gonna shoot a scene like that. And he was like, all right, just come back Wednesday.
As if it was nothing.
As if it was nothing. And this is how it turned out right here.
Come on, I'm ready.
Just give me a second. I'm almost ready. Man, look at you. Man, who are you talking to? I'm talking to you. You can't be talking to me. I'm the one with the chains. I'm the one with the women waiting on me. I'm the one with the money. I'm the one that's been paying all mom's medical bills for the past 5 years. What about you? What you been doing? When's the last time you called mom? Went to see her. Checked up on her. You even know how she's doing? You don't even know, do you? Know what? Mom is dead. But you right. I'm the loser.
Wow.
What you think?
I like it.
You like that?
I like it. But it looks like it took like several takes to try to do or something like that. Or, I mean, is it really intricate for him to do? I know it's more like...
I thought it would be too. It wasn't.
Really?
It was second nature for him. It was second nature for me. I never wrote that down. That was a concept in my head.
And you just...
And I just went
ran with it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a concept.
That
like wasn't even the full idea. Like, if I could turn that into a full scene,
right,
there would be so much more that I would add and take away and all types of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's just a little taste.
Man, that's killer. I like that.
Thank you.
Be in the mirror in a few. I'm going to get my acting on in the mirror. So you got that working. Mm-hmm. You say you've been to Nashville a couple times.
Yeah. Doing
any reality TV. I mean, you stay on I see you on IG Live.
Yep.
You might just be driving down the street.
Just driving.
Just go live.
Yeah, just go live at any time.
Yeah.
Yep, we got my IG pulled up right now. So now we're going to get to that sing-off.
The sing-off.
The sing-off.
Absolutely. We have to show the sing-off.
I want to give a huge shout-out to my boy Keyshawn. That's my brother, man. We met filming with The Resident. Keep scrolling. Shout out to my girl Shay Star. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to everybody out in the interview.
I was about to say, man, you be shouting out because you be everywhere.
Shout out to JT. I love y'all at 107.9. Love y'all. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to Streets. For everybody that ain't seen my Instagram, this is what it look like.
Yeah. Flooded.
Are they just looking at me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they don't see it at all.
Well,
so we got
at Vigilante LOM. Oh yeah, we got all the exclusives over here. This the VIP section. I'm trying to see if it already happened or not. But we can keep going. I'm not bored. Those are my old cars right there.
I know you guys think we're tripping. We just look like we're staring at the camera, but we're actually looking at a monitor trying to figure out.
I'm gonna try to give y'all. It's up. Shout out Pretty Tig at iHeart. Shout out Pretty Tig. Shout out Nub. That's the homie. Shout out.
That was that it? No,
that's it right there. Yep. That's it right there.
That one right there.
Yes,
there
indeed. All right, bet that.
So we were in this. We were planning the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So Vigilante and I are talking. We're planning the interview. We hadn't quite figured out. He just said, "Hey, can I bring some people with me?" I said, "Man, yeah, bring them."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Well, can I bring them on the?" I said, "Man, bring them. We're good. Let's do this." So we get on there. I have no idea. He said, "Well, I'm gonna kind of flip it a little bit. I'm gonna interview them."
Mm-hmm.
So he starts interviewing them and asking questions, and then I'm chiming in. He's asking questions, and all of a sudden he says a sing-off. So I've never heard either one of them. I knew Sean Hendricks from Grand Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, he Grand Hustle. He messing with Tip. He got to be able to do a little something,
Yep.
So, but I'm just like, yo, he put him on the spot. Like, what if these cats really can't sing?
Right. They was going to be exposed.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Both of them killed it. And I was like, it wasn't like they had words. It wasn't like a karaoke where we got words going across the screen. And these guys just killed it. I was there like, I'm telling you, when you guys see this clip, you're going to think you can sing too. The song is going to be in your head all day.
All day. One take. All this, one take. No mess ups. Let's do it.
Yep,
let's
we
do
ready.
It. Hosted by Vigilante and my man's
King Arthur.
Yeah.
Real Talk Radio.
All right, let's go, Sean.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? And I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that they're all lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserve good things. Fist full of diamonds, a handful of rings. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you why you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need.
Sean and Shine.
Oh, never been done before.
Never been done before. Hosted by Vigilante and my man.
Want and need, yeah. Oh, baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be, yeah. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you, love you.
All right, here's on you.
Yeah.
As you are, I stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you'd never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. Just like a woman served to the pain. It's full of diamonds, head full of rain. Baby, you a star. I just wanna show you why you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. And maybe good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you all what love's supposed to be. Maybe you should let me, 'cause you deserve better, girl. You know you deserve better to be together, girl. Baby, and me and you is whatever, girl. As you are, I stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you'd never worry.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I was just gonna pick up with the hook, and I know none of the words. I know like every 5 words. I know
Every 5?
every 5, maybe 6. I'm telling you, man. I was like, whoa,
Hell
and
of
to
a
be in
flashback.
there, that the whole vibe, everything.
Man, you can hear a pin drop.
Yeah, my co-host, shout out to Kimberly Anise. Kim was hot. She missed it. She's like, wait, what happened? How did that? I was like, I don't know. I was just there talking to Vigilante. Next thing I know, boom.
So you had the
we
co-host
got a
at that
singer.
time?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I ain't even know.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Still had the co-host. She's working on a doctorate, so.
Salute to her.
Yeah, she's single parent, grinding, working on that doctorate. She's going to be Dr.
Why every time I
Kimberly
come,
Anise.
she miss it?
I don't know.
I'm just not noticing.
We're going to have a special show
Yes.
to make sure that Kimberly Anise is here.
Yes.
So she's a part of the celebration.
Yes, and we're going to plan something special for her. Because every time
Exactly.
something special happens, she misses it.
She misses it.
She misses it.
But yeah, man, that was awesome. I love it. Just watching it again is like, man, I just remember it like it was yesterday.
Hell of a
like,
blast from the past.
Exactly. Everything. Net was surprised because
Yeah.
nobody knew what we were gonna do.
Shout out to Net.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out to Net.
Net, Jack Trey.
Yes, shout out Jack.
That's what we do. Real talk. We just surprise the people and do crazy stuff.
Often, which is what I'm about to do next with this next clip. My second episode. I was the leading character on season 5, episode 14. And I was a featured character on season 5, episode 24. So I want to say shout out to the casting and the directors and all that stuff for loving having me, and I love being there.
Right.
So this clip right here premiered. The episode premiered 2 days ago on TV One.
Okay.
Say it again. No, the other one. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is until one.
There we go.
There we
There
go.
it is.
See, I'm
Okay.
a premiere on Status Network something. I just don't know what yet. I'm gonna be on season 1, episode 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be the featured something on something. Let me work that out. I got to get with Jack and Ned and work out the specifics on that. They don't even know about it.
Oh, so it's a total secret.
Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
A secret. Nobody knows except those who are watching right now. Of course, everybody in the studio knows. You know.
Probably. You still. Okay, cool. So in this clip right here, my homie, shout out my boy Timothy. He's filming with Oprah right now.
Okay.
And actually, we were just
The
here.
Oprah, like
The
O.
Oprah.
She
Yeah.
went from Oprah to just O.
To O.
So he's filming with Oprah.
He's filming with O right now.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Oprah, man. We did a movie together like a year ago.
Okay.
Oprah is one of the most humble people I've ever met in my whole life.
Wow. It's amazing though that when you think of all of her accomplishments and the money and the networks and the shows, you get a car.
Yeah.
And still be humble.
And still be humble.
Man, that's awesome.
Super humble. Oprah got that type of fame where when you see her, you almost don't even want to talk to her.
Right.
She got.
Like, am I ready?
She got. I'ma just look at you fame.
Exactly.
She got that kind of
You
fame.
be awestruck for no reason.
No,
like,
for no reason at all.
Oprah. It's a lady who look like Oprah.
So my boy Timothy, he's starring in this episode right here, and he plays a boyfriend who is a drug dealer and a stick-up kid.
Okay.
And I end up being one of the drug dealers that he ends up sticking up.
Okay.
So in this clip right here, y'all get to see it. So for those who didn't catch it on TV, I'm gonna give it to y'all right now.
All right, here we go.
That is until one day, after a few months of dating, when she saw another side of Aaron.
He's like, babe, I need a ride. I need you to take me down to the country. I'm just going to holler at my cousins and stuff.
The request seemed simple enough. Shayla drove Aaron to the residence, and a man she didn't know got into the car.
I'm just sitting there in the driver's seat, and Bear just pulls out his gun and tells the guy that's in the back seat with the weed to leave the weed and get out the car. I was very terrified.
Shayla says once the man exited the car, Aaron yelled for Shayla to drive. But she couldn't. She was in shock.
Bear grabs the wheel, like controlling the wheel, because I'm literally like, what is going on?
According to Shayla, this wasn't the first time her boyfriend, Aaron Bear Wiley, had robbed someone at gunpoint.
There was one incident when he robbed a guy and took his weed with Shayla in the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're just all over the place, man.
Man, and I did something that I never thought that I would ever do. After doing what I thought I would never do and be on TV One
Right.
4 times, I
Wow.
did something I thought I would never do. After that, and joined the stage play.
Play.
Stage
Like,
play.
On the stage.
On the stage.
Audience out there.
Audience right there.
Hence the name Stage Play.
Stage play.
Wow.
Yeah.
What play was it?
It's called Go Back and Get God.
Okay, go back and get God.
The first show was October 5th.
So you're building.
Yeah, we building.
Wow.
We got the whole show done already.
Okay.
But we just finalizing and just trimming the hedges right now.
So is it going to be like local? Is it going to be
Oh,
traveling?
yeah, it's in Noonan. And then we starting off in Noonan, and then we going to Atlanta, and then we traveling for like the next year.
Wow. What's that like, though, to get, I've always wondered, especially when doing stage plays and things like that, to prepare every day to do the same thing every night, sometimes multiple times a day, depending on whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday. But to prepare, and you're doing the same thing over and over again. How do you keep it interesting yourself?
Well, money talks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Money talks. So when you do things in film, whether it be just film with the camera or it be on stage, money comes into the equation automatically.
Okay.
So it's not a for the love kind of conversation.
Right.
So you can talk love first and then money, or money and then love. So that definitely helps me with my preparation. Right. And then after that, it comes the love that I have for it. Doing theater makes you a better actor because it makes you more aware of all of your surroundings. Right. The whole stage, the audience, and your other actors, your emotion, everything in the scene. What you're trying to get every single person to capture rather than one lens. Right. So, man, it's a lot that goes into it.
But I like that, though. I like the fact that just being real with it, you like, hey, look, money's a great motivator. Because oftentimes people will say, well, I rap, I've been doing it for a while, but I don't do it for the money. I love my job, but I don't do it for the money. But I wouldn't do my job if it wasn't for the money. You know what I'm saying? You still got to have some bit of love for it. But money may not be the most important thing, but it's kind of like right up there. You got God, you got oxygen, you got money. And yeah, that's probably like my top three. Wait a minute. God. Got to put family up there. Okay. Well, God and oxygen. Family. Money. So I'm back to money again. I'm still in my top.
You didn't name the wife. She gonna be mad.
Yeah. God. I might have to put that before God.
Oh, man.
Like, yeah, be gone. Like, man, I got to find a new hustle.
You're going to be on the couch for the next week.
I know. Like, man, what had happened was, you missed the concept I was going for.
They edited it out. They edited the part when I said
out the first part. So, but yeah, man, that's the reality of it, though. I mean, the perks that come with it, it is the money, plus the love for it, because if you didn't have that love for it, there would be no way you can get up there. You can't even muster up the drive, the motivation to do that, yourself to do it.
Yeah, because it's not a have to. Right. There is, we got contracts, but we can rip those contracts up at any point. Right. I celebrity judge every Wednesday at the Luna Lounge, and I do a bunch of other stuff to get money, my playing cards deal, my agencies, all that stuff. Right. So I don't have to be a part of any project. So it's for the love. Right. No matter how much money I'm getting.
Right. Because you're going to have, like you said, you can get avenues. I mean, you can get out there because you got to have the right mentality to start with anyway. So if you don't have that grinding mentality, that stay on top mentality, that the fact that, hey, I want to eat mentality, you're going to lose something along the way.
Absolutely. And this next clip that we showing is showcasing my character Fearless in the stage play Go Back and Get God. Okay. The regular synopsis is a pastor who decides that the four walls is not enough for him to teach his ministry and that he wants to take it out into the community. Okay. In the middle of the worst hood and have church service out there. And I'm the reason that you don't want to do that.
Right. You're that dude.
Yeah, that's me.
That is awesome. I love the concept.
We need to talk.
Yeah, we need to talk. Well, sure, young man. What would you like to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about you in my territory with all this God mess.
God mess? Now, you need to be careful what you're saying, son.
Son?
Son? It's not your son.
This ain't your son. My name, Fearless.
Let Carmen jump on me and don't nobody do.
Me and you, we need to talk.
Yeah, we need to talk. Well, sure, young man. What would you like to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about you in my territory with all this God mess.
God mess? Now you need to be careful what you say, son.
Son!
Son? It's not your son.
It ain't your son. My name, Fearless.
So we got Fearless.
Fearless.
So how was it like? What was it like to play? Actually, what was it like to play Fearless? What was it like to be in For My Man? I mean, because being an actor, you have to like become so many different people. You know, I mean, and you have to be convincing when you become these people. You know, and I know we see people on the big screen, so kind of as a viewer, we get spoiled and get accustomed to, you know, you just get up there, you be yourself, and then it's done. But you have to put some research into it. You got to kind of develop the character and become that person to actually sell the role.
Absolutely. I'm gonna talk about Fearless first. That role right there came about on accident. I was with my girl, and she actually got casted in that play.
Okay.
And I was sitting there in rehearsal, and the director asked me to let somebody in the door downstairs. After that, I left. And then I got a call later on that day saying that the director wants to cast me in the play, and I never auditioned.
Wow.
So I came to the next rehearsal to tell him I didn't want to do it.
Right.
Because I don't want to do theater.
Right.
So
not on my things to do list at all.
Never. It never was. And he told me that Fearless was a character that he took out of his play, and that when he saw me, he put him back in the play. And that was a role specifically that he wanted me to have if I decided to do the play.
Wow.
And I was so honored. We hadn't even talked no money.
Right.
So I was just so honored by that statement
Right.
that I just said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Right.
And
never did it before.
Never did it
But I'm going to
before.
step out on faith and do this.
And do it as the lead antagonist.
Wow.
In the play. And when I go to the place of physics, because I'm a happy guy. I wake up happy every day. So to go to a place like that where I'm a pimp and a drug dealer and all of that stuff, it just takes me back to my roots back in Flint, Michigan, and back in Ben Harbor, Michigan, and just seeing all my friends go that route.
Right.
So that's where I channel my Fearless through.
Right.
Just through the way that my friends grew up around me while I was in school and playing sports and stuff like that, and what I seen them doing. So that's how I channel that one. With For My Man and for film, with certain stuff, you get to create the character.
Okay.
So like when I was Marcus Ellington or when I was the drug dealer, I get to create how I want those drug dealers to be.
Okay.
So, but in theater, you have to play a role of another person in order to create what the person who was touring the play before you created too.
Okay.
So it brings different dynamics to it. So you actually got to learn from certain stuff, and from certain stuff you got to create the character yourself.
Right. And you have to do that in concert with other people.
With other people.
Sometimes on the stage simultaneously with you.
Yep. Yo, the people that you work with, man, it's so important to remain professional and know that not everybody is going to be what they would consider a good actor or a professional actor, and you have to overcompensate for it for your scene to work. Right. That's a very important tip for everybody. If you want to act, I just dropped the gem on you.
Just sprinkle it here and there. So,
thank you.
Boy. So anything else before we get out of here that you want to make everyone aware of? Some upcoming projects, some surprises that most don't know about yet?
Yes. Out of the 6 talent agencies that I ended up signing with, I signed to Glover Zone out in LA, and they're currently putting together the package for the new animation film that I'm starring in called The Littlest Giant. I play the character Dax.
Okay.
And that's going to be premiering 2020 on Netflix. And I am so excited to be a part of the animation film family.
I was about to say, man, that's something like you just growing up. That's like the first thing you want to be when you grow up. It's something animated.
Something animated.
And then to find yourself being the voice behind and going through that entire process. Is that, well, I know you're still acting, but it's still a learning process in itself though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you acting with your voice.
Right.
When I was in there recording with my girl, I noticed that she was doing a lot of hand gestures, and I had to remind her, they can't see you.
They can't see you.
So you have to act everything that you acting with your arms and your legs. You got to do it with only your voice.
Wow.
So and it's making all the ooh, ah, ee, all that stuff.
Right.
You have to do it because they got to know what you're acting with your voice.
Right.
So it was a whole nother muscle. So it was theater, film, animation. 3 different muscles, all acting.
Wow. Amazing. You always have something. You always have a gem that you drop on us we absolutely have to plan something big. So the next time Kim is hanging out with us, matter of fact, we're gonna get time in Kimberly's schedule, and we're gonna make sure somewhere between this PhD testing and all of this other stuff, we're gonna make it, and we're gonna make sure everybody's schedule coordinates this time.
Yes.
All right. Anything else? How can people follow you, hang out, message you, all of that great stuff?
On Instagram is Vigilante LOM, VIGILANTE LOM. I want to give a huge shout out to BU Empire for the clothing too as well. They've been lacing me for about 3 or 4 months now.
Okay.
And Vigilante Visuals on YouTube, Vigilante Vivo on Vivo. My full episode of For My Man is on my YouTube channel. It's at about 40,000 views right now. So I want to thank y'all for that support. And if y'all want any acting advice, any music advice, I've been on over 100 radio stations. And acting, I've been in like 30, 40 movies, 30, 40 TV shows. So if you want legit advice from somebody that really knows what they're talking about, just get at me at Vigilante LOM. I answer all my DMs.
How many people you know can say that?
Not too many.
So with that being the case, we're going to take a short break, and I'll be back with another surprise for you today. Peace out.
Keep on some racks on him. we need.
Damn. Boy, he about to have me doing some push-ups. Get my.
Hey.
I need to work on these abs or something, because I'm telling you, something ain't right there.
Yeah.
So we are back. And no, this is not Vigilante. We have flipped the script. Now we get to hang out with the artists, fresh new artists blowing up all over the place. No way.
No way, no way, no way.
No way,
Going
no
on.
way, no way. So before we even get started, how did you come up with the name No Way? Because I'm looking for a good rap name. I know I'm almost 50, right?
See, that what made I had to switch it up. When I first came out, I went by Rod P. That was my original name. The P stood for Picasso.
Okay.
And I tried to switch up my sound 'cause I was making more conscious music.
Okay.
So I wanted to make more club music, and I wanted to have a whole new style, image, all that. So I changed my name to No Way. That came from an ad lib. I was recording, and I was just trying to be different, and I said No Way after the ad lib, and people was like, it's catchy. So I was like, I'm just gonna roll with that and make that my name.
No Way.
Just gonna roll with that.
That's cool. So with the ad libs and stuff, you know, you hear like some cats who just got famous ad libs. Jeezy got some craziness that he goes with. Tip is another one. So is that more of an art, or do you find that that's more something that just comes natural? You either got it or you don't have it.
I mean, I didn't have it at first.
Really?
My old songs, I would never ad lib them.
Okay.
I was like, I didn't do that. But I feel like it's necessary now.
Right,
like
right.
You need it in your music.
Right.
Because it's catchy and it get people's attention. And a lot of people, they listen to the ad libs more than they listen to lyrics.
Or they can kick the ad libs back to you.
Yeah,
So then they
you catch them rapping the ad libs before they actually rapping the verse.
Right, right. Yeah. So with so you started out more on the conscious tip, more like a PE type consciousness, or maybe not so deep like a Public Enemy, but
like a J. Cole,
okay.
Because when I first started, it was shout out to Eastside Geechee. We was like a group, went by Never Fold.
Okay.
And we both got our different style stuff that we wanted to do, so we kind of like, he took this route, I took this route, but we still making music together.
Okay.
But we both started off making like conscious type of music. Yeah.
Man, that's killer. And the biggest thing with the conscious music, it's almost like going into it.
Yeah.
It's that specific niche audience who's gonna listen to that, because the conscious music, for as big as PE was and as much as they blew up and toured and all of that, you still had people who just wasn't feeling that until they had some of their songs with a club banger type track. Then that drew more people to it. Did you find it easy or hard to transition from the conscious music to more making club music?
It was hard.
It was hard
because the stuff that I listened to wasn't like club. Like I'm listening to J. Cole, Big Crit. So
and they're lyrical too, man. You know, so like, and I love Crit. Shout out to Big Crit. I got a chance to hang out with him. I think we were at 107.9. I was there with Chubb Rock, a buddy of mine. Al from Arms Atlanta grew up with Chubb Rock.
Okay.
So Al is always like, man, come on, we're gonna go see. We're gonna run over to. We went over to the Old Lady Gang restaurant to drop off a shirt order, because Al makes all of my Real Talk shirts and everything. And he said, man, we're going to go over to the station and holler at Chubb. I was like, yeah, all right, we're going to holler at Chubb. Whatever, man. He's like, come on, meet me over there. And I'm like, okay. So we roll. We park on the side of the road. I'm like, my car going to get towed. I got an event tonight that I'm emceeing for my church of all places. I can't get in trouble and not make it to this event.
Right.
And so we go in there. And we're hanging out with Chubb Rock, and all of a sudden we see people just dapping up this dude, and I'm like, man, the dude looked familiar, because at the time his hair was like all over the place, sunglasses. Always liked his music, because I'm a Southern hip hop fan, you know.
That's what drew me to him.
Right. But this dude does beats. If you listen to his music, he gonna hit you with some club stuff, but he gonna hit you with some consciousness too. It's almost like that David Banner type, you know what I'm saying? And down to earth brother though, man, real laid back, that whole nine. But it's so much to the hustle. Most people think that, oh yeah, I'm just gonna rap and I'm gonna be good. No, you need to learn how to produce. You need to have you some tracks, or you need to surround yourself with a team so you become a movement.
See, that's basically what I had to do, because I don't make beats. So my key thing, since I wanted to do a whole new sound, I had to find the right producers.
Right.
I had to find the right engineer to work with that help like just come up with songs, like making my songs better.
Right.
So that was basically the hard part for me, putting all those pieces together.
Right.
But once I put it together, we hit the ground running.
Man, that's awesome. So as far as fan base, your fan base you had when you were on the conscious music, how did you try to bring them with you instead of just saying, hey, I'm out, I'm leaving you, and I'm going to do this? How did you try to bring both of those worlds together?
They followed along, because even though I'm trying to make club music, it got a lot of substance and conscious in it too.
Okay.
Besides like of course the singles, like club singles, you want to put out just straight club music.
Right.
But if you actually listen to my tape, Convertible Zone Collins, it got a lot of substance in it and a lot of knowledge. I'm kicking.
I'm finna check that out now. Hold on. You said the name. I'm finna search for this. What is it again?
Convertible Zone Collins.
Got it. So I'm gonna check that out when I ride out.
The whole idea of the tape, Collins Avenue is a street on South Beach, Ocean Drive. So I wanted to base the whole tape off of my first experience going out there, riding in drop tops, just living life. So,
and where are you from originally?
I'm from here. I'm from Atlanta,
okay.
East side of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm from the South side, so you
Okay.
from Decatur, where greater
shout out to the South side.
But I'm from East Point. Like matter of fact, before the Walmart was across the street, it was some apartments that you could not tell me I was poor when I was growing up. I'm telling you, man, I was like, wow, we got a little grass, we got a basketball court and a pool. I had no idea we were poor, but now, man, as you can see, and I know Decatur's the same way, because I remember when Candler Road was jumping. I remember when South DeKalb was a mall, and I remember when South DeKalb was like a ghost town, and now it's like it's starting to come back again, you know, and the old Eastwick or I don't even know, the Red Lobster still over there?
Yeah, that's actually the side I'm from Spring Valley.
Okay.
I stayed on Candler, behind South DeKalb Mall on Flat Shows.
Okay.
On the other end of Flat Shows by like East Hamp.
Okay.
Yeah. I stayed all over.
I used to dip and dab over there. I used to be in Eastwick from time to time over there.
Shout out to Eastwick.
I don't even know what they call it now.
It's still the same. Still the same. Yep.
Wow.
Still the same.
That is too funny. So, your first time going to South Beach, first experience, what was that like? To be from here, we get the nice, like we had the Freaknik, of course. So you can't tell us we weren't doing nothing when we had Freaknik coming to the city, everything going crazy.
Yeah.
Get the artists come down for different shows or for different summits.
Yeah.
And then you get the opportunity to actually be South Beach, Ocean Drive. You got beach, you got water. You've never seen that color before. What was that first experience like for you that motivated you to say, man, I got to put this on wax?
It was crazy for me because I went for my 21st birthday.
Okay.
And before then, I really haven't went nowhere outside of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I went out with my cousin, my older cousin, shout out to Munchie. This is like one of my cousins that actually got a little bit of money. So my first time out there, like it was an experience. Yeah. Like he took me to I think the club that was popping out there was King of Diamonds.
I was about to say KOD.
But now I think it's G5. Everybody go to G5.
Okay.
But we went to G5. And so it's weird hearing rappers talking about G5 now.
Right.
And I'm like, man, it
was there.
Yeah. So it was a crazy experience. It was a crazy experience. I had to come back and make music about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing for me, man, before I went in the Marine Corps, I'm all East Point everything. I'm going to dip to Decatur. I'm coming back to the point. I might shoot the Lennox. That was the big deal. And you had to dress up to go to Lennox at the time. Like, boy, I might run into me a shot.
Facts.
So we go there, go to West End. We back to the point. But until I actually joined the Marines, and then I found myself in South Carolina, then North Carolina. Now I'm in Japan. Now I'm in Korea. I'm like, man, I'm missing the crib. So then you get back home and be like, y'all still doing the same thing y'all were doing last year, bro. I mean, I could have stayed overseas.
It's a whole world out there.
So you get back and start back rolling again, man. So for me, like you say, to get out and realize there is life outside of your own little city or your own little town, that was like eye-opening to me. Like, it's cats who look like me, but they on something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Or you can interact, because I'm sure it was the same way in Decatur. You probably were surrounded with us.
Yeah.
And that was all you pretty much knew. And then you get out and you like, oh, well, this white guy, he's pretty cool. He can talk about this, and we're on the same level, and we can help each other. Or I got an Indian guy over here, or I got this. So that it really opened my eyes that the world is much bigger than everybody thinks that it's just about what they see right there.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, true. That's
So have you had an opportunity to travel anywhere else, anywhere international yet? You ain't took that plunge just
not
yet?
internationally. I went Miami a couple more times after my 21st.
Oh yeah, after that you got to go back.
Yeah.
So what was the first experience like to go without your cousin who didn't have the money?
The first time I went without him. Oh, it was good because I had told myself like I wasn't going out there until I'd be able to do what he did.
Exactly.
when he went out
so
there.
he done set the bar now.
Yeah,
so you're like, all right, look, if I can't do it, match what I did last time. Don't even waste the trip.
I wouldn't say I matched it, but I was up there a little bit. I was up there a little bit.
A slight chance of precipitation. I'm not making it rain at KOD. I'm gonna throw $2, $3, $4, something like that. So man, that's all right. That's all right. What are some other projects you've worked on? So you got a mixtape out, or you just went straight whole CD?
I dropped that whole project in April of this year.
Okay.
Right after that, I just dropped the new single called Big Check that I'm pushing. That's going to be on my up-and-coming mixtape. It don't have a title right now. I'm still working on it. It's about finished. But right now, we just working the mixtape and the single, mainly.
So with I know with a lot of artists, and it varies from, and it's crazy to be in an industry, man, where so many people can approach it from so many different ways and still make something hot. So for you, when you're working on a project and you putting pen to paper, and you do you write songs and then you select what's gonna be on that particular project, or you write with the purpose of everything I'm writing is going on the project?
I'm really writing with the purpose of everything gotta be a hit.
Okay.
Basically.
Like, this gotta be a banger. This gotta be a banger.
I might have an idea of how I want to do my next tape, and then I try and make songs like particularly like to fit with it. I want to tell a story.
Okay.
So I want everything to be like put together.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. But you're gonna be to a point where you're going to have a catalog of stuff that you ain't even touched yet. And then you're going to go back and revisit and be like, man, if I tweak this, or I could just use this for the next project because this is where I'm going.
Because I actually do have songs like that didn't make the tape. I didn't feel like it fit with it.
Right.
I can use it later for something else. So I got plenty of songs on the back burner.
So how does that work, though, when you work with different producers and different tracks and all of that other stuff? How you go tell your homeboy, hey, dog, I know we were jamming this, but it ain't gonna be on this one.
I mean, hold on. Ask the question again.
Yeah, so like you working with different people, whether it's a homeboy, somebody you cool with, you got the hot track, you lay the hot vocals, and y'all ready, and then that's one that don't make the project, and now you got to go back and say, hey, look, I know what we were feeling, but the decision was made. Ain't nothing against you. I still might use it later, but how do you have that? That would be my fear, though, I think. Like, I got to come back and be like, dog, you didn't make the project.
You got to understand it's a business. Like,
right.
Sometimes it ain't going to cut it. I mean, it don't mean it's a bad song or whatever. It just ain't.
Maybe the timing not right for this particular project.
We'll use it in the future.
Right. But like you said, you writing, the fact that you're writing with the intent on everything being a hit, though, I mean, most people get one hit and completely lose that philosophy.
Right,
they lose that mindset altogether, and then they spend the rest of their lives trying to chase another hit when had you stuck to the script, the first thing that got you there, you probably would still be maneuvering and doing everything that that you need to do.
Right.
So what are some upcoming events that you have going on, or some projects that you're working on, or some things you want to do that you hadn't quite done yet?
I'm looking forward. I want to perform at the A3C Festival coming up.
All right.
Like I said, right now we just pushing the single. I be having shows coming up, but you got to tune in to my Instagram.
Right.
Check, just tune in with me and keep track of where I'm going to be at.
What's the Instagram we're going on?
One No Way. The number one.
Number one.
No Way with 2 Y's.
I was about to say No Way with 2 Y's because you don't want them to bang.
Yep.
We rolling, doo-doo, we rolling. Bing. Got it.
Okay.
So One No Way and ATL King Arthur, we are linked now. So I'm going to follow it. And once you get to perform at this upcoming, because I was talking to my partner before we went on there, and he was like the same thing, like, yo, bro, I got to shoot to Albany this weekend for a show, but I'm building up for this performance that's coming up, so
okay.
that, man, that's big. Talk to let's say you have some viewers out there who are interested in being an artist, and for whatever reason they just don't feel like they've got that break yet. Their career hadn't got that traction. Yeah. How do you keep them motivated to keep following their dream? Somebody with talent now. We're not talking about like me rapping. I'm talking like a real dude with some skills who like, man, I know I can do it. What's kept you motivated and what's kept you plugged in?
You got to stay patient. You got to be focused and motivated and know that it ain't go come overnight. And I feel like you got to have a strong surrounding around you.
Right.
Like,
you got to have that support system.
You got to have a support system. Because it going to be plenty of days you going to wake up, you going to be like, man, I ain't feeling it. I don't think it ain't going to never pop off.
Right.
You got to have people around you tell you got to keep going at all times.
Got it. So the video that we saw before we came on, the dude who kind of looked like me, like I used to look before I started eating all them burgers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So who was Buddy in the video?
Oh, that was one of my partners. Shout out to P.
Man, that dude, he need to be a personal trainer or something.
My bad. You talking about YBA Scumbag.
Right,
I thought you talking about the dude riding in the convertible on the back seat.
He be washing clothes on his stomach and stuff. Yeah. See, I used to have a six pack, but I ain't gonna show y'all because I don't want to intimidate people who still working out right now. But now I got like one big pack. It ain't like where it used to be.
Yeah, that's my boy YBA Scumbag. He an artist too.
Okay.
He got dope music out too. Yeah, so I can check him out.
Cat look like he up there, y'all talking. I'm like, dude, that look like Damon from Friday, dog. Like
they gonna be the head security. Hit the road, head security.
Like, he choking jokers out. Like, who is Buddy right now?
Yep.
But what goes into shooting the video though? Because you made it look easy though.
Yeah.
So most of the time you see videos, you're like, man, this all fun. Cats just rolling around, everything fun, they enjoying themselves. But it's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Sometimes multiple takes to get things done. You got to get the right angle. So what's that experience like for you?
That video actually took 2 days.
Really?
That was every other video I did, it took a day. But that one actually took 2 days. Shout out to best friend Casey. He the one that shot it. But he pretty much be having the idea of how the video is gonna go. I throw in like my little input, but I just leave it up to him because me and him don't work so much. He got a vision. He know what I want, what I'm looking for.
And it's like, do you aim to tell a story in your video like you mentioned with your projects? I'm trying to tell a story or at least kind of put you in that realm of where I am at that point in time. Yeah,
I'm like, because the mixtape called Convertibles on Collins, so I make sure that I have convertibles drop top in the video. And then just try and give it like that feeling like you just spending money and you just having fun, you just living life.
Right. Now I like I love the concept of telling the story because I was watching a Jeezy video not too long ago, and he's referring to TM104.
Okay.
And he's saying, when I look back, man, this is where I was at this particular point in time, and then when I moved on to this project, this was my mindset. So it's like you've kind of followed him. It's almost like a book. You're writing a book, and this chapter 1, this chapter 2, and it guides you throughout the process.
Right.
Every artist, of course, wants to perform like big stage, like Madison Square Garden.
That was the first thing I thought of when you said that. Madison Square Garden.
Like, man, if I can rock this and get everybody. What's that feeling like though to be on stage and rocking with people, or you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get everybody to roll with you.
Yeah. When I first started, that was like one of the number one things that I feared doing, like performing. But once I really got out there and then like seeing the reaction from the crowd, like people rocking with it, and then after you perform, everybody coming up to you, dapping you up, telling you they like your music, that's a great feeling. Man. That would make you want to keep going.
Right. Or to be on stage and you rapping and you looking and you like, these jokers rapping with me. Like, this me.
You might see a little head bobbing, a couple people in the back.
Man, that's killer, man. I'm telling you, you have revitalized my rap career. I got to get a name now. We
gonna come up with that later. We just gotta get you a feature. Get you on the track with.
There you go. Get a feature and I'm gonna kill it. They're gonna be like, who is this dude? He's with No Way. I just be the dude with No Way.
That right.
That dude with No Way. So anything else coming up that you're working on that you want to tell the people about? Make sure that they tune into. Make sure you hit them with your Instagram again so that they follow you if you got any YouTubes, anything like that. like that?
Basically, just tune in, check out my new single, Big Check. Go get that on all platforms. Check out my new project, Convertible Zone Collins. And follow me on Instagram at One No Way with 2 Ys, One No Way with 2 Ys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, No Way with 2 Ys. And just tune in with me. Stay posted.
I got you. I'm telling you, every time you say something, I go put it in the phone. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go follow back up on that. I'm gonna check that out.
Right.
So you got a video or something we can queue up and check out?
Yeah. This video right here is therapeutic. It was shot by best friend Casey, produced by Sky High, the producer. It got 2 of my other partners on it, Eastside Benji and YBA Scumbag. He actually a part of the Roundtable family, YBA Scumbag.
Okay.
Got a couple artists. We got Shauna Red, got Eastside, Geechee, Cash, Lingo, Ciroc D. That's basically the whole squad.
Okay. And that dude beside No Way gonna be the new artist. We just don't know what he gonna do yet. He's just gonna have a hot feature.
We gonna figure something out.
Yeah. So we're gonna cue this video up and check it out. Let's see what this is working with.
All right.
I'ma get some cash. I'ma get some cash. Get on in my bed. Look like in my head. It's that shit that get you sky. I'ma get some cash today. I'ma get some cash today. Get on in my bed today. Look like in my last day. I'ma get some cash today. I'ma get some cash today. Get all in my bed today. Look like in my last day. I gotta ride in the coupe. I gotta break the rules. Pull up and live at the roof. Fat big go chew. Run to the money Nike. I know these niggas don't like it. Pull your whole politely. All these diamond icy. This shit therapeutic. Put this shit on camera. We gon' make a movie. Dressing all white. I ain't looking dingy. Pull up in a black whip like bitch. Run it back, wake up in the morning, count stacks. That's a fact. Pull your hoe and then I break her back. Get some top, no top on the back street. Fly nigga, window down, blowing AC. I'ma get some cash today. I'ma get some cash today. Get out in my bed today. Look like in my last day. I'ma get some cash today. I'ma get some cash today. Get out in my bed today. Feel like in my last day.
Kicking my shit in Japan. Louis Vuitton just to hold up the bridge. Cardiac lighter to see through you niggas. Popping my shit cause I know I'm that nigga. I want that bag today. I need that cash today. I ain't got time to play. Do the race and the race. Give me that bag up a million. Blue strip, no cheese. I'm putting on for my team. I'm putting on for my team. I go to the bank, get a bag. Made a whole lot of moves on rap. Made a whole lot of money on trap. And that shit that I'm doing, no cap.
Shit, I say no cap. Your money, my money over there. I made my jello on the couch. Now my wife is shoulder scrap. That's an expensive perk. Hey, space sipping got expensive thirst. Me and Benji got plenty bitch. Selling dope, got exquisite work. I'm in the bed today. You spent your last today. Got your baby mama working. She selling ass today. I want a bag array. So I'm getting cash today. Scum bag in the trenches. I'm selling bags today.
I'ma get some cash today. I'ma get some cash today. Get out in my bed today. Look like in my last day. I'ma get some cash today. I'ma get some cash today. Get out in my bed today. Look like in my last day.
So when I saw that video, I just got, now when we come in, I'm gonna have to have like smoke. I'm gonna need like red. I'm gonna get like red smoke, get some smoke bombs. We're gonna set off all the daggone smoke detectors, the sprinklers, and then I'm gonna have me a theme song. Yeah. So you inspiring me now. I've been motivated all over again.
Gotta start with the ad lib.
Exactly. Just come in on some type of ad lib with smoke. He'd be like, what is going on with King Arthur? That joke and lost all of his mind.
It's a hit.
Just walk into the office on Monday with some smoke. What they Joker come and throw a smoke bomb and step out in a suit like, yeah.
I made my mark.
Exactly. Oh, man, that's crazy. So, any new videos that you're working on outside of, well, we just saw this video, so you're pretty much in the city, doing what you do. Got anything going on? You got anything on there for the ladies, like that's going to require you to shoot a beach video?
I actually, I got a song on that project, Convertibles on Collins. It's called Foreign and Exotic. They got that little like beach feel to it. But I also I got a lot of unreleased music that fit with that too. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be
just
killer,
waiting
though.
to put it out.
I know, just like the right time. I gotta get it at the right time.
Yeah.
So being from here, and I'm sure you can remember when the South artists got no respect, basically. You know, and even when we were starting to get on and trying to get that traction, you know, that whole Outkast trying to still knocking down doors and flow crazy. And still not getting the respect from New York, or still not getting the respect that West Coast love. To now, how do you keep yourself different from everybody else? Because you don't want to just be like another rapper from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So what do you do to differentiate yourself from everybody else?
Basically just try and stay in my lane and not talk about nothing like that I'm not really doing.
Right.
And the type of beats that I choose, I try and choose something that's like a little bit different that normal person wouldn't pick to choose.
Right.
And
they thank you somebody else like, oh, that's such a, oh, no, it's
then,
not.
Then how I attack the beat, I try to attack it different ways. Just talk about it, just be myself on it.
Right.
Basically, just be myself.
And one of the key points you mentioned is, look, I stay in my lane. I don't do all that stuff. If I ain't about that life, I ain't about to throw all that craziness in there. I still can have fun. I still can make a banger, and I still can do whatever I do. The biggest mistake I see a lot of us make is they want everybody, because you know we went through this phase where everybody was selling dope.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, I would have found you in the city if you were moving like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's why I try and make like feel good music.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to make music where everybody got 30 guns in the video and all that. I just want to. I want you when you hear my music, I want you to wake up like on the weekend. You probably just got paid or something. You don't work hard all week,
right?
And you just want to have a good time for the weekend or something like that.
True.
Yeah.
Or you want to be in the gym, want to work out to something upbeat. Or like you said, man, you just want to, like when you get in the car, oh, this is what I'm feeling like today. You know,
basically.
Whether it's a drop top, no top.
You can be in a Honda Accord, you gonna feel like a drop top.
You could be rolling the window like this. You still gonna be jamming. You still gonna be jamming. So man, that is all right. That's all right. So do you find that more people recognize you now when you're out and about, like more people than just your crew? What's that like now? Like I used to be able to go to this mall, I go to Foot Locker, I'm straight. Now people coming up like, hey, I know you from somewhere.
It really feel good like when I go out and perform and DJs remember me.
Promoters,
like that feels good.
Right.
Like I don't have to keep reintroducing myself.
Right.
Like,
hey, look,
they know me by No Way. Yeah.
Hey, let No Way and this crew in. Come on. Y'all good.
That feel real good.
Man, that's sweet right there, bro. So, man, believe me, I absolutely love the music. Everything I've heard so far, I love it. I'll definitely be tuning in and watching you. You got to keep coming back because we're going to follow this process all the way through, the blowing up process we already talked about, linking you up with some folks. Matter of fact, if Carlos watching, Las Vegas, if you're watching, I'm going to hit you up in a few to make sure it's okay to get this young man your number. I know you probably tied up somewhere over on the Rick Ross compound now, you know, but I'm going to hit you up, bro. You got to check this cat out, man. So definitely supporting you, bro. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
You definitely, and you don't fit the mold. That's what I like. You didn't just like come out and, oh, he sound like this. Oh, he sound like that. You got your own thing going. And it sounds good. Like everybody can, you know, you can have a nice beat and then you be like, dang,
you messed it
the
up.
lyrics let me down. You know what I'm saying? But I hadn't heard that from nothing I've heard. You know, I couldn't take my pictures with Vigilante. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what they listening to? Okay. Like, hurry up, snap these pictures real quick so we can get back in there.
Shout out to Vigilante. Too.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
his whole movement
Man,
he got going on.
Dude,
he dope.
He's always on something. He came in here the last meeting, last time we met. We came together before we did the sing-off. He had a deck of playing cards.
Oh, man,
Like,
that's
bro,
dope.
how you get your face on these playing cards, you know? And then he took that and flipped it into a playing card deal.
Oh,
Like,
man.
what? Who does that? I'm slipping. You know what
Smart.
I'm saying? But he keeps reinventing himself, and he keeps pushing and never stops. But, man, you be on Vigilante Instagram Live like I mentioned before. You be like, all right, what's going on? And it's just Vigilante just riding around the city.
Just going live.
Great
Anything
spirit, man. The same cat you see here, for all of the stuff he do, he's still just humble.
Yeah.
And I love that about your spirit. You just like a humble dude. Like, hey, look, I'm in my lane. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm grinding.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take off from here. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it.
Hey, so anything you want to leave the people with?
Just make sure you follow me on Instagram under One No Way with 2 Y's. Check out my videos on YouTube. It's under No Way. And just stay tuned for upcoming projects that I'm putting out.
Hey, and with that being the case, this is part 1. We're going to have a collection of videos, just like he's going to have a collection of videos, a collection of projects. He's going to say, yeah, I remember back in 2019 when I dropped this one right here. I dropped that Convertible Zone Collins. I was in this space. You know, it's going to be like...
at the Grammys.
Oh, yeah. Sitting back like, yeah, you know, this is what I was going with, you know, man. And I absolutely love that. I love to see brothers doing something positive, especially growing up in the areas we grew up in.
Yeah.
It was very easy for us to take the local drug dealer or take the local pimp or whatever. And I've even dabbled in that too. It just can't live looking over my shoulder. But we could have very easily taken the wrong route. Or the difference between us and some of our partners who are locked up right now is they was with the wrong group at the wrong time. But to see somebody doing something positive and still grinding and pushing it, I absolutely love it, bro. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. And so with that, that's all we have for today. I am King Arthur. We're going to get Kimberly Anise on here on one of these hip-hop shows. But stay tuned to next time. King Arthur out.